A leasing contract is an agreement whereby the lessor conveys to the lessee in return for a payment or a series of payments the right to use an asset for an agreed period of time. A finance lease is a lease that transfers to the lessee almost all the risks and rewards of the ownership of the asset, title having been transferred or not. Any leasing contract other than finance lease is an operating lease. Some companies can be willing to represent finance lease contracts as operating contracts because of the pressure and restrictive rules set by the debt ratios under the penalty of debt fallen due at once.
Only one of these elements has to be fulfilled for a lease to be classified as a finance lease.
The contract substantially transfers ownership of the asset to the lessee by the end of the lease term. Finance lease is characterized by the possibility for the lessee to become the ownership of the asset by the end of the lease term for a residual value. It is said that the lessee exercises its purchase option. The price for which the lessee can exercise its purchase option is significantly lower than the net fair value of the asset at the same date, which makes it reasonably certain that the option will be exercised. The lease term is the major part of the economic life of the asset, even if title is not transferred. At the beginning of the lease contract, the discounted value of payments substantially amounts to the whole fair value of the asset. The leased assets are of such a specialized nature that only the lessee can use them without major modifications. If the lessee can cancel the lease, the losses associated with the cancellation are borne by the lessee. Gains or losses from the fluctuation in the fair value are due to the lessee. The lessee has the possibility to continue the lease for a secondary period at a rent that is substantially lower than the market rent.
Acquired a tool machine on the 15th of January of year N. This machine was bought with a supplier credit deferred beyond the normal conditions as it is shown in the following schedule. Among the listed formulas, which is the formula giving the discounted value?
The correct formula is the second one.
Among the listed values, which is the discounted value?
Congratulations, you found the good answer.